Hey, what up, what up, what up? It's Emilio Rojas. I'm here, Sirius Satellite. We're about to check out the Go Get a Mix with my homegirl, Diggidy-DiGGz.
Go get her, I'ma go get her. 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 Go get her, I'ma go get her.
What's up? You're officially in the mix, the Go Get a Mix that is with me, Diggidy-DiGGz, and with me I have my Upstate Connect. I'm gonna call you my Upstate brother. With me, Emilio Rojas. What's up, boo?
Hey, what's cracking? Your voice changed when
You
you
like
turned
that?
on the mic. You got
Because
the
you gotta
ill
get
radio
turned
voice.
up.
She's like,
You see that?
hey, everybody, this is Adri. Her judge is
yes.
day and night. It's nice.
Yeah,
It's
you
nice
like
to
it?
see. I like it. I
But
love
but
it.
you still try to throw on your sexy voice. Why are you
I don't
doing
have
that?
a sexy voice. I'm just.
That's just you.
That's just it. Yeah.
All the way.
I should though. I should learn because that way I could get more girls. With
Oh,
the
we're
voice
definitely
notes.
gonna talk about that
Be
because
like, hey.
we're gonna play this game called The Word I Heard.
What's the
And there's some words I've heard about you, so we're definitely gonna play that game when it comes to the girls, okay?
This sounds like a problem.
But right now we're gonna get straight into the business. Emilio Rojas, who is he?
I am half white, half Venezuelan from Rochester, New York. Now living in New York City, Washington Heights. I make music for people that have been through some shit.
Yes,
That are going through some shit,
Aren't we all?
whether it's been with females, with life, whatever. And I can rap my ass off too.
You can rap, so you can rap for me while we're here.
Nah, because it's gonna sound like I'm reading out loud.
Oh, okay, but
It's
we're gonna
be-
try.
there's no
Okay,
beats. We could put beats on, then we could rap.
okay, then we're gonna have to do
We
that.
could do that.
So you mentioned Rochester. How the heck did you find your way to New York?
I left. I just literally I had a phone call from my man DJ-DiGGz, who's
Mhm.
from Rochester,
Okay,
and he was living in
Shout out to
Brooklyn at the
Ease.
time. Yeah, Ease is a beast too. He won like a bunch of. He almost won a bunch of. What's the?
the mix
The
competition.
DMCs,
yeah,
yeah.
he's dope.
He's super dope. He called me one day. He's like, "Yo, I need a roommate." So I sold everything and I left the next day.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how easy it was for you.
It wasn't that easy.
Okay, we're gonna
I-
talk about
yeah,
that too.
so we came down and that was it.
So I want to talk about making these connections. So of course, Ease Rochester, you Rochester, and DJ Green Lantern. How did that connection come about with him? You working with him. How was that being able to work with someone, knowing you guys are both from the same city, putting forth, this product?
Green is I feel like Green revolutionized the mixtape game.
He did.
He was for real. He was like one of the first DJs to ever like put a themed mixtape together, in my opinion, like with a storyline, and like he was just killing it. And I always like listened to that when I was growing up. And I put out a record through onsmash.com, I think, about Rochester, and he saw it. And he reached out to Legend, who was one of the bloggers over there.
Yeah.
And Legend connected us back then.
So were you dogging Rochester or was you uplifting?
No.
him?
It was
giving
just
the truth?
It was just the truth. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no dogging. I don't have any ill will towards the hometown. That's the home still. I got people that I
Absolutely.
love there, So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we mentioned mixtapes. Your recent mixtape that was put out with DJ Camilo, Zero F's Given. Now I'm trying not to cuss.
it's not called F's Given.
Okay.
What is it called?
Like, I'm really trying not to cuss, so you can say it
You
for
can
me.
just say ZFG.
Oh,
if you wanna be
ZFG.
soft.
There you go. There you go.
You're from Buffalo. You're not supposed to be scared to curse.
I try. I think I cursed one too many times when I was younger, and so now that I'm an adult, and I'll try to utilize other words.
You
So
ran out.
that
It's like-
but when I get upset, it's no whole vibe.
So what's the difference?
I'm
You
trying.
use an expletive to rejoice. You could. What? I think it's actually worse to use a curse word when you're angry because it
You think
definitely has
so?
negative connotations. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I want to make my point. So ZFG, that did
Yeah.
numbers,
Yeah,
and
it's me
it
and
really
Camilo.
it was a big deal. So with that, do you feel like that really gave you another step into the game to really start pushing who you are and your music?
I feel like it was a step towards re-emerging because we had to take a break for a little bit. Not that I stopped putting out music, but we didn't really, some things happened in my personal life and in my professional life that kind of set us back. So we had to restructure like when I say we, I'm talking about me and my management, had to kind of reevaluate the direction that we were taking things and really make sure that we were focused on what we wanted to do. Because if I'm not putting out things that are fulfilling to me personally, I might as well just go get a fucking 9 to 5 and work in a cubicle.
I agree.
So we took a step back, we reevaluated things, we stepped back forward, and that was kind of like the re-entrance point. So it kind of served the purpose, gave it to my fans, like the core fan base, and hopefully we caught a few new ones with, we got records with like Joe Budden.
Oh yeah,
some other people on there. So, and obviously Camilo's a huge look. He's a huge DJ. So,
absolutely.
yeah.
So, speaking about music that you really love and music that you enjoy doing and you want to put it out because it's authentically to you, you have your new EP coming out, Life. What is that all about?
This will be my first retail only release. We've given my fans like a lot of mixtapes. I think it's time for them to like see the records that that are really really meaningful to me. I got records with Imani on there, with Joe Budden, with Joel Ortiz, Chris Webby. It's mostly produced by my boy Audio Jones, his producer from Miami. He and I just have like a really good chemistry.
Yeah, that's the stuff that's important.
Yeah. So, these records are like more personal. They talk about like why we kind of step back for a second and where we are headed now. And it's much more satisfying, the type of music that I'm doing now, because like there have been a couple records that were moderately successful for me that I kind of wish I didn't do, just because like
Name one.
Like Pussy and Cologne. I
I
fucking
knew you was
hate
about to
that
say
record.
that. Now, why do you feel like that wasn't something that you are necessarily proud of? Is it because of the name, or is it because
It's
of
so stupid. Like,
You
yo,
call
let's
your
be
own record
honest. Like,
stupid?
yeah, it's a stupid fucking song. And at least I'm honest. There are a lot of
Yeah.
artists who put out a lot dumber fucking songs.
This is
or
true.
That
This is
don't
so
have the
true.
presence of mind or the knowledge of self to like acknowledge the fact that they put out some really stupid, vapid music. And I'm a grown ass man. I
Yes, you
got
are.
sisters. I got nieces. I don't want them saying no stupid shit like that.
You right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, was there another one besides that one?
Mm-mm.
Just that one?
Just that one. Plus, that came from like, it was like the dark ages. Like,
yeah. We all have those dark moments.
Yeah, it was kind of like we were talking with MMG back and forth a lot, like about maybe possibly going over there at the time, and that record was kind of like an audition.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like in
So
hindsight,
do you feel like that's the kind of music they were putting out, or do
that's
you feel
definitely
like
the kind of music MMG was putting out for
Got
sure.
it.
Not to knock them, but that's just not me.
absolutely?
And Rick Ross had actually sent those beats over, and I was like, all right, fuck it.
Let's go for it.
Let's
Now, what
do it.
happened with that?
We did well actually. That record hit like the top 100 on the urban charts, like independently,
Mhm.
which is I think is pretty impressive. Yeah, it's a fucking stupid song.
In addition, but
I had some good bars on it though. The bars are still on point.
I
but
give you
it's a
that.
stupid
But
ass
also,
record.
what happened with MMG? Did that ever go further than conversation?
I mean, it was a lot of grandiose posturing
Mm-hmm.
from certain parties that didn't
Mhm.
really translate to any action.
Okay.
So, that's what it was.
Just
And truthfully, it wasn't for me. So I don't really. I'm sick of answering that question. Like, I feel
Okay.
like people have been asking me that question for years. Like, me and Ross couldn't come to terms of an agreement that made sense, and that's it. I respect what he does. He respects what I do, or he doesn't. I don't know. I don't care. But time to move on.
But I think what's best is that you have to be real to yourself, and that's what I love about you, and that's what I love about the message. And even in this interview, that you're sharing, like, yo, that wasn't me. I was putting this out, and I have family members that I respect, and just be understanding that that was a song that you really feel like it wasn't you. And speaking of the music that you're putting out now, that is more you. You mentioned Joel Ortiz. You just did a song with him, Nada. How's
Yeah,
that?
Nada actually did really well for us. It's a dope record. It has like a southern bounce, or like some New York type of lyrical vibe. It's cool. Like it's dope. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just some dope shit. Like the bars are good. It talks about like real life shit in a palatable way. Like I'm a smart kid, and like I don't want to downplay the fact that I have a good head on my shoulders. I feel like that's what happens in the music industry a lot. Like this is the only industry where it's like not cool to be good at your job, and it's
Mhm.
not cool to like have a fucking brain on your shoulders, and I think that's stupid. So fuck it. We're gonna go for it. And like if people are ashamed that they're like thoughtful about things, or that they have like any sort of like critical way of looking at the world, then my music isn't for you. But if you're okay with the fact that you want to challenge like the status quo, or maybe like be proud of the fact that you read,
Mm-hmm.
or like I'm not saying like yo you have to read the
It's
fuck
sexy
of my
to read.
music,
It's
but
really sexy to
yeah,
read.
like yo act like you fucking have half a brain. Like I don't care about stupid people. Stupid people setting us back. Fuck them. Like
this is true.
yeah, like we good. Like we aiming for like I don't want to make shit for the lowest common denominator,
I'm with it.
and I don't want to target people that can't process things, and I don't want to be over people's heads either. But I'm not gonna like bite my tongue because I'm scared of an idea or something that I'm talking about like not resonating because people don't want to do shit but turn up. Like the turn up gonna end someday.
Yeah, someday, one day.
You
But
know
some
what I
folks,
mean?
they keep doing it until they old and gray.
Nobody wants to be the old person in the club.
But there are.
Yeah. Fuck that.
There definitely are. Now, what I love most, you mentioned the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I take a step back and I always look at the glitz and the glam. Everybody sees the glitz and the glam of the industry, of the artist making it, the artist with the chain, the artist with the Rolls Royce and the cars and the girls. But nobody talks about the struggle.
Well, let's talk about
Let's
the
talk
Rolls
about
Royce,
the
the chain, and the
struggle.
girls first.
Okay, you want to talk about
The
that
Rolls
first?
Royce and the chain, and even the girls are rented. like,
We know. Yes.
You got to acknowledge
But let
that,
the people know that this is a PSA. Tell them again.
This is a people are going to the All-Star game with rented furs. They bag these bitches off Instagram. They fly them out for a booking fee. You know what I'm saying?
Tell it.
None of this shit is real. Like, yo, your favorite reality show stars are selling pussy because they're not getting paid enough by Oxygen or VH1 or whoever to make a living. So, you know, like, the game is fucked up and all the priorities are placed like on maintaining this image of success, but there's really nothing like that screams I'm a successful person. Like, all the richest people I know, like the people who are like in these tech companies and shit, they're walking around in dirty white tees and beat up Chucks. So, like, excuse me, as far as I'm concerned, like, if you the most successful person is usually the quietest about like what they've acquired in life. That's right. So people that are running around broadcasting all these things and living lavish, it's really, it's just they're really waving a flag for the insecure. Yeah, I feel like. So let's talk about the struggle. Yeah, we can talk about the struggle.
Let's talk about the struggle, because, you know, what I admire most is that you decided to get up, get out, literally, and go get it. You know, that's what I'm all about, being a go-getter. The whole show's called the Go-Getter Mix, you decided to get up, get out, and make your dreams a reality. How tough was that for you? Because I know, just for me, when I was younger, interning, and even now still pursuing my dream, it ain't easy. And sometimes it come with a price of you being broke a lot. So, in your beginning stage of just deciding to make that happen, you know, what was going through your mind, and how was that the struggle? How did the struggle fuel you?
I mean, I'm still making up my mind. Wait, what was the question? Wait, what was going through my mind? Yes. Okay. The shit is still going through my mind. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I wake up every day like, damn, like, I know I got this talent. I know I should be at a different level that I'm at. And like, sometimes you be like, damn, like, an artist, for example, goes through more rejection in one day than most people will deal with in like a year of their life.
Absolutely.
You know, like, we got to put out records. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not crying about it. I'm not up here bitching. Like, I want people to really understand and recognize that, like, you know, we're constantly being pitched and paraded as products in front of these people who make a living off evaluating whether or not they perceive us as something that can make them $1. Right? All the while, like, the expectation is placed on our shoulders to look a certain way, to act a certain way, and to not let these things get to us.
Like a puppet.
Yeah, so, like, that's why, like, my attitude lately has been, like, rejecting all those things. Like, my philosophy is turned from, like, yo, trying to please these people and trying to play by their rules to just, like, I'm just gonna fuck with the people that fuck with me.
True.
And if you're not gonna fuck with me, you weren't gonna fuck with me anyways, and that's fine. Like, I don't need you to fuck with me. I don't need to be elevated to a status, like, based on, like, smoke and mirrors or some sort of imaginary thing. Like, that's not going to do anything for me in the long run. And when I make my decisions, like, for my life, like, I'm trying to focus on, like, how do I make the people that my message relates to and resonates personally with happy, right? Like, so that's the goal. Like, that's what's going through my mind when I'm dealing with, like, these struggles. Like, all right, so shit might be fucked up every once in a while, and it does get fucked up.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean, like, a setback's only a setback if you're set back by it, right? So, like,
but a setback could be a setback for a comeback. TD said that.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, sometimes it's all about your perspective and how you react to certain situations, whether or not they are crippling or motivating, you know. And, like, some people might react to hunger and be like, fuck, I'm hungry. Like, oh, fuck. Some people might go to sleep, you know, and other people might be hungry and, like, fuck it, I'm going to go grind and get enough money at least for top ramen. And then the top ramen might turn into something else, you know. And those are the two different types of people in the world. The people that react positively to a difficult situation and the people that react negatively.
So it looks like you reacted positively, because when
I'm just reacting.
You're just reacting.
Yeah, we see.
You just reacting most of the time. Now I want to get into this thing. You know, the word I heard. Okay.
What's the word?
The word. I want to know, word on the street is you're single. Is this true or not?
Oh, yeah, I'm single.
You are single.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You said that so quick. Like,
because we just talked about it before the camera was rolling. Nah, yeah, I'm single. I'm single as hell. Okay. I just got out of a long relationship. But I'm single. Okay. I can't say anything bad about my ex.
Very good.
Yeah,
she's crazy.
I mean, she's crazy, but she's a good person.
Okay. But you can still be crazy and a good person.
Most people are crazy.
We are.
Yeah.
I know. I'll take that one.
Yeah.
So another word I heard is that you're a go-getter. Well, I'll put you in that category because there's so many people who don't leave their comfort zone of the home that they were raised in, the city that they were raised in, and you embarked on a different kind of journey. You got up and you decided to go get it. Like you said, Ease called you like, yo, I need a roommate. And you was like, all right, I'm out. I sold everything. And with being a go-getter, there are some, I'll say, characteristics, that a person has to have about themselves. Do you think you have, well, let's say, what are some of your characteristics that you feel you have, what puts you in the category of being a go-getter?
Oh man, this has the potential to make me sound very arrogant, right?
Nah, today is a day.
What are my characteristics that make me a go-getter?
Yes. That you can see for yourself.
Nah, I just, truthfully, every day of my life that the days that I'm not actively pursuing something that might potentially make my life better are the days that I feel most afraid. So it's and I don't mean I'm sitting at home shaking, but you fear for your future. If you're scared about how you're going to end up or where you're going to end up, I don't think it makes you a go-getter to do the necessary things to try to secure that life that you want for yourself. I think it just makes you motivated and I guess, yeah, that's a go-getter. But I'm just not, I won't be dominated by fear of failure or fear that things won't work out or fear of rejection, because that shit just gonna happen anyway.
Absolutely.
It could happen in any field that I chose, so I might as well do what the fuck I want, And yeah. And if people don't like what I'm doing, fuck them. I don't really care.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love your mindset.
Yeah, because it's just not everything's for everybody.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, we could go through people who put out records last week. I'd be like, I don't like any of them, or I love all of them.
And speaking of records, who have some records that you're really dope, and if you ever got a chance to do some features with them, who would they be?
I like Drake.
Okay.
I like
You like the fact he kissed Madonna?
Hey, Madonna could kiss whoever she wants. Madonna
is Madonna.
Yeah, she was bucky naked with Big Daddy Kane. She been in it for a minute.
Right.
So I like Miguel. I like The Weeknd. I like Nas. Jay. I don't know. I like a lot of people.
Diversified group.
Yeah. Lately I'm leaning more towards I'm from New York, so it's easy for me to get up here and say yo, I would do records with Busta. That's all true.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would want to do some more weird shit. Maybe I don't know, Lana Del Rey. I like Mars Volta. The Misfits, even though they're not really together anymore. Maybe Glenn Danzig. Just some old weird out the box shit.
Yeah.
Cause I don't really be listening to a lot of hip hop lately. Lately all I'm really playing is I've been listening to Misfits. I've been listening to Queen a lot, which is because Bohemian Rhapsody is the illest record ever.
Wow.
So, it just depends on my mood how I'm gonna answer that question. Really.
Love it. I learned something new about you today. So as we talk about features on your upcoming EP, Life, who can we expect on that?
We got Joe on there, Joe Budden. I got Joel Ortiz, Chris Webby, a record with the homie Jaden, a record with Imani.
Okay.
And a record with my boy Devo D.
Got it. And when can we expect it?
I don't know. They haven't told me the release date yet. We'll have I'll have Jay email you the release date. You can
I'll
put
take
it
that.
under here.
Absolutely.
In a little box. Nice.
All right. So let the folks know how they could get in contact with you, follow you, so they can know your every waking move.
Yeah, do not know my every waking move. That is creepy.
You're not gonna post it up. You're not gonna do that. You don't do your selfies from the bed. You don't do selfies.
Right? Sometimes I'm very pale, so I guess
No, you're not. You're not that pale.
I'm pretty pale.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty pale.
Okay.
Right?
I give
AV,
you
am I
that.
pale right now? Hella white. He said I'm hella white. I'm shining. They don't even need to put the lights on the camera. It's just glow.
Terrible.
So I don't know. Follow me on Twitter, Emilio Rojas, EMILIOROJAS. Instagram is the same. Facebook is something like that.
Well, you're inside the mix to go get a mix. Me, ADV, signing out with Mr. Emilio Rojas.
What up, what up, what up? It's Emilio Rojas. You checking out the Go Get a Mix with the homegirl ADV. You in the mix.
Them prisons is just some businesses, they about making profit. We've been living in the system so long that we victims of the process. In the middle of the strip where them pictures is on the corner watching.